Hey folks, this is Donnie D. I want to make a quick video of my little project I just finished. I told some of you I'd do it, and I've got it finished. Just finished it last night. It is my Airgun plate rack, made from a few little things I bought, but mostly from shop scrap. I'll get started real quick so this won't take so long. It's real simple to make. You can take these ideas I've got here and expand on them and make it any way you want, but this will give you some ideas as to stuff you can use, and you can make it bigger, smaller, longer, taller, shorter, whatever. But I started out with 2 pieces of 1x. It's kind of hard to see here. 2 pieces of 1x. They're about each one of them is about 2.5 inches wide, but that doesn't really matter. Nailed and glued them into an L shape. Next, I cut some little pieces of lookin plywood that you can see on the back there, and they are approximately 2.5 to 3 inches square, something in that range. Then I went and got me some of these guys right here from the hardware store. And if you don't, those of you that know what this is, great, but those of you that don't, all it is a little nailing plate that you nail over the area on a stud wall where you run an electrical wire through. You nail it over it, and then you can put your plywood or whatever you're going to, sheetrock or whatever, and it keeps you from at a later date going in there and driving a nail accidentally or drilling a hole into your electrical wiring. What I did was I took my pliers and my hammer and straightened these pieces here back flat, made it so it's just a flat piece of metal, as you can see. I then took some stuff called Amazing Goop. I meant to bring it out here with me, but it's in the glue section. It's a silicone-based adhesive sealant, and the stuff will glue anything and glue it strongly. I believe it would glue Jello to the wall, but it works great. Just go over to your hardware store like Ace Hardware and look in the glue section and look for Amazing Household Goop. It comes in, I believe, black and then clear. I use the clear most of the time. And that's what I glued these 2 plates onto this little piece of lookin plywood. Then I bought some sheep strap and T-hinges, bought some of both. Let me see if I can get around here so you can see that a little better. And I actually glued them to the back of the piece of lookin and screwed them into the back of the L-shaped piece of rather 1x material. I then cut me a piece of 3/4 inch stock or 1x stock and made it about 3/4 by 3/4. That doesn't really matter either. As my reset bar, cut a couple of pieces of lookin. You see what shape that is. The one down at the other end is similar to it, except it's got a little upper leg right there that you attach your reset line to. Screwed the bar between the two, and here's how I attached it to the piece there. I drove a screw and put some washers in there to make it so it moves easily. Very simple, very simple. No big deal. I then attached some legs. These legs are actually pointed on the end. The way I decided to do mine was to actually make it so you could just stick it into the ground. All these pieces here are just little supports so that when you pull on your rope, if the ground happens to be real soft, it won't tilt forward on you. The only other thing I did besides paint it black was I covered the front of this piece of lookin. I also attached a piece of lookin to the front of the L shape to give a little bit of elevation. Covered the front of it with a piece of cheap metal flashing just to protect the lookin, and as you can see, it'll get dinged up. You can see where it's been dinged up where I'm sorry shot, but that's okay. It protects the plywood from getting chewed up. And I've added thumb screws so that I can adjust the lean of these things according to what air gun I'm using. As you can see, as I turn them, it'll lean them a little bit further back. If I keep turning, it'll actually lean it back so far that it'll fall over, but you don't want it to do that. But anyway, and when you shoot them, pull your rope from where you are and reset it. And all that rope is a piece of nylon or cotton or some kind of clothesline wire. And I made 9 of the targets, as you can see. If you're out shooting by yourself, just shoot the targets. If you're shooting with a friend, you can make a game out of it by one person shoots the left 4, the other person shoots the right 4, and whoever finishes first gets to knock over the yellow one. Whoever knocks the yellow one over is the winner. Just a little way to have a little bit of competition to it, but it's very cheap. You can probably build this thing for less than, depending on how much of the stuff you've already got, how much wood you got, stuff like that. Real dirt cheap, probably 20, 25, maybe $30, something like that. It should hold up just fine. These pieces here, all this is where the paint is flaked off. They're not even denting. This stuff is galvanized, little thin metal. It's pretty tough stuff, and it'll stand up to pellets. And I want to say one more thing before I go. Anybody that's watched my videos knows that I'm a gunner. I enjoy shooting real guns. I've got a fairly decent collection of them. You know I love to shoot them. But I'll tell you, I've said this before in a couple of my videos, any of you out there that don't use air guns for practice, you really ought to give it a try. It's inexpensive. Most of them have a recoil to them about the same as rimfire. You don't have trouble finding ammo, and you can do it anywhere you want. You can shoot all day for like $1. I mean, you can't beat that. And so far as sight acquisition and trigger control and I don't know, all the other things, your stance and all, grip, you can practice it just as good as you can with a real gun. I shoot my air guns actually a heck of a lot more than I shoot my my air guns more than I shoot my real guns. Not to take anything away from my real guns, I love to shoot them, that's for sure, but these air guns really give me more opportunities to shoot. So, and also, I've only got a couple of air guns. I've got a couple of air pistols, or semi-automatic type pistols, one I've had for about 30 years. But I'm in the market for a nice air rifle to target shoot with. And I don't know that much about them, to tell you the truth. I just know that I put the CO2 cartridge in the pistols and fill them up with the 177 caliber BBs and fire away. So any of you guys out there that are connoisseurs of air guns, please feel free to leave me some your ideas on some good air rifles to buy, some good recommendations, because I really don't know that much about them. I know you can get them in different calibers all the way up to 50 caliber. I probably am looking for something in the 177 BB caliber, or maybe in the 22 pellet caliber, but I really would like some recommendations from any of you guys out there. But anyway, one more thing I'll say is we had a really good day yesterday in Washington, D.C. Things couldn't have gone much better. But let me tell you this, do not for 1 minute let your guard down, because the anti-gunners are coming back, and they're coming back with a vengeance. So take a day or two and celebrate and enjoy our victory, and do it with honor, do it with pride, and do it with some class and some respect. Don't berate people, just enjoy our victory. But as soon as you have a day or two to enjoy, get right back up on the horse and get back to the fight, because it ain't over. But at least we had a good day and had some good victories. But anyway, this is old Donnie D, and I appreciate you watching. You got any questions about this or any of my other projects, just leave me a comment or something, and I'll try to answer your question. Also, I'm working on a way, I don't know if this is going to work or not, I'm working on a way of a no-weld way to make some reactive rimfire targets that you can make without having to do any welding. I don't know if it's going to work or not. If it does, I'll make a video or keep you posted on it. But anyway, it's Donnie D. See you next time. Thank you.